how women manipulate high value men. Stay tuned.
Welcome to the Anthony Spade channel.
Welcome back to the Anthony Spade channel. Before we get started, I want you to watch the entire video. If you like the video, comment, like, subscribe at the end of the video. But first, watch the entire video. Okay, today we're going to be talking about how women manipulate high value men. The reason why I'm making this video is because a lot of you guys think that if you get the money, all your problems are solved. It's not going to work that way. Usually when it comes to getting money, however you're feeling in the inside, it's just going to magnify even more. That's why the more insecure you are, the more cars you're going to buy, the bigger your houses you're going to buy, the more things you're going to buy with your money that symbolizes success. All right? Now, what does that do with men? As a man and you gain that, you gain a lot of respect towards men. Some men are going to envy it. Some men are going to use it for motivation. But when it comes to a woman, the way she looks at it is, she looks at it like he's a target. She already sees a weakness in you before you can do anything, which is typically why guys that do show off a lot of money typically ends up with a dodo head, a woman that's not that smart. But the longer she's with him, the smarter she's going to become, because he's going to put her around high value people, and high value people are going to start teaching her things, and she's going to start having high value friends that are manipulative to their husband as well, or to their man. All right. So today we're going to talk about how they manipulate them. First, the way you get her is the way that you're going to lose her. All right. You have to understand, when high value men use their money to get their women, use their clothes, use their success, use their estate to get them. If he starts to lose any of that, she's going to automatically start seeking for plan B. And the reason why she's going to seek for plan B and try to move start trying to figure out her backup plan is because she feels like she's going to lose the lifestyle. Women can't go backwards in lifestyle. All right. They cannot go backwards the same way that a man cannot go backwards sexually. So when it comes to high value men, you can put yourself on Front Street. You could go hang out with the in crowd. You could go be valuable to everybody that you need to be valuable with. But you have to understand that if you're using all that to get your woman and to get your friends, and then when you start losing it, or you stop spending money for people to be around you, don't expect them to stay loyal to you. So what high value men needs to understand is that when you start gaining money, you must first look at your insecurities and make sure you're past those insecurities before you start showcasing or buying things. You don't need 12 Ferraris. You don't need a lot of things. You can have nice things, but remember, you're only drawing in fake people, especially a fake woman, if you think that's going to give you your dream girl. Next, she's going to play the role that he wants. That's one thing that women are going to do when it comes to high value men. They're going to want, even if they don't know how to cook, they're going to try to cook. Even if they don't know how to clean, they're going to try to clean, but they're only going to do it whenever he's around, or whenever they know he's about to come around. They just want to look like they doing it. All right. But when it comes to high value, typically a girl will tell you, I need a maid. This is a lot of work. You know what I'm saying? But she's going to always try to make it look like she's taking the initiative. She's going to try to make it look like she wants to wash clothes. She wants to wash dishes. She wants to do all this. But when it's all said and done, her goal is to actually get a maid if he's high value. Because she didn't sign on to be a housewife. She signed on to get to the money to solidify her sense of security. So what she's going to do at first, she's going to try to make it look like she can cook, but her cooking's going to be bad. She's going to try to make it look like she can clean, but it's not going to be really, really good cleaning. She's going to make it look like she's doing the dishes, but she's going to ask you to help. All right. She's going to always try to play the role that he wants her to play, even in the bedroom. All right. Because the more of the role that she plays, the more money that he gives her. But remember, it's all an act if you made yourself a target. Next, typically high value men, that have had low self-esteem at one point, they get an ego from other people. They get an ego from the little guy around them that just tells them they're great at everything. They're so smart. See, high value men sometimes when they get an ego, especially an alpha, he likes to talk. He likes to give advice. He likes to talk like he knows everything about money, like he knows everything about business. They always love to talk to the point where you start thinking, oh man, this person only knows money. But no, they just like hearing themselves. So a lot of high value men keep little broke guys around them all the time to be their yes men, to go with their ego because they have money now. So now it's like, all right, I do all the teaching and everyone else does all the learning because I know everything until I'm challenged by another alpha male. Okay, what this does is once typically a high value man gets indulged into his ego from all the little men around him, he'll completely ignore what's going on with his woman because he'll already think he has his woman figured out. He already thinks that he's smarter than her. But he's not realizing that you've placed her around high value women. So high value women are sneaky as well. They're just sitting back giving her game on how to get money to do this, how to do that, do that. Especially if you're surrounded by guys that are richer than you. So if you're a high value man and you're surrounded by guys that are richer than you and their women are richer than you, they know a little bit more game than you. So when your wife is put around them or your girlfriend is put around them, she's going to start learning games privately. Remember, women teach other women how to use a man and have no remorse behind it. Because when women are together, it's women empowerment. The only way that you can keep women against each other for real is to separate them. All right? When you're dealing with high value. So understand, when high value men get a really big ego, they're blinded by everything that their woman is being taught because they're indulged into the popularity. They're indulged into the power. Next, she's going to make sex good. All right? This is what you got to understand with women that are going to manipulate a high value man. They're going to do all the nasty stuff. They're going to do all the freaky stuff, but they're not going to give him enough of it. All right. They're only going to give him enough amount to keep him wanting. The more he keeps wanting her, the more money, the more money he's going to spend on her to make her happy. A lot of these guys, you think that you're falling in love. You're not falling in love. Your desirement is just going higher because the woman you're falling in love with is not having enough sex with you. So you're constantly trying to pay to make her happy, so you can get around to having good sex that she likes to have whenever she gets aggravated and mad. You feel what I'm saying? So if a guy looks back, the guy that's always in love with his woman the most is the guy that has the least amount of sex. The guy that has the most amount of sex in his relationship typically is the guy that will look at other women because the pussy will get old. Period. It's going to get old. I don't care how beautiful a woman is. It is going to get old. But when it comes to a high value man who uses his high value to gain popularity, to cover his insecurities, he doesn't see that she's just having good sex for sporadically and taking it away to keep baiting everything out of you. The older she gets, the more sex she's going to want to have because she has to keep doing that. She starts feeling like she's getting old and that the WAP is not going to work anymore. So when she's just giving you good sex and she's rationing it out, that's how she gains power on him because it keeps him wanting it. Next, she plays it too cool with everybody. She becomes the cool girl. Next thing you know, she's hanging out with your friends at the get together, laughing and giggling. She's always in your friend's face. She's always in a man's face. She's always with the women giggling. She's the life of the party. That's a form of manipulation because she's just letting everybody know and him, I'm in control of this situation. That's when the woman typically has become the narcissist in the relationship, when she has full control over the valuable man. Prime example, you could say it's like Kobe Bryant's wife. How like when she got Kobe Bryant, she turned him against his mom, and then she turned against her own mom. Next thing you know, it was just Kobe Bryant, her, and the girls. Okay, you have a lot of relationships where it's like this, where a pretty girl gets with a valuable man who is not stronger than her, but she wins him over through sex and by playing that role that he wants her to play. And then once she captures him, everybody else is off limits. All right, that's a form of manipulation. And that's typically what a lot of pretty girls are going to do when it comes to a high value man. If they feel like, all right, this is a guy that I can conquer with, she'll do that. She'll turn him on his mom. She'll turn on her family. And next thing you know, it's just her and the family isolated from everyone else, living for this glamour world. All right. When women go to manipulate high value men, she's only going to find a weak man that can live out all the dreams that she doesn't want to work for. She don't want to go to school. She don't want to work a job, but she's going to focus on looking good and having good sex. All right. And this is what you see a lot of in marriages and in relationships. This is more common than anything. All right. Comment, like, subscribe. Hasta la vista.